This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, all. Welcome back.
Hi sir, good morning.
Hey, good morning. So we are working on Git, right? So some people yesterday called me and we are unable to call. We are unable to push the code into GitHub. Okay. So
Yes, sir. But Windows is
Akhil,
not.
yeah, you are. Yeah. Who is this? Suresh, right?
Yes. I tried the Ubuntu on Linux, but it's working.
Yeah, in Linux it is working, right? Yeah,
Yes,
some
yes.
Windows systems it is not supporting. You are using Windows 10, right? Operating system.
Yes, Windows 10 only. I create the instance. I like create AWS instant.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. No, local laptop you tried, right? In your laptop.
Yeah, local. Yes, local laptop.
Not working, right?
Yes.
Some Windows laptops it is not supporting. Yeah, so we can use Linux also. So I'll show you some steps from Linux also we can work on. Okay.
The installation time there are asking several options. Which options we need to select? That is confusing. Windows.
Okay, I'll show you once again. I think Akhil, you tried again, right?
Yes, sir, that might be the problem because
Same
there are
issue
many
you are
options
facing.
while installing the Git.
For portable installation, it was working fine, sir. Yesterday again after the call. For the normal installation, it was not working. Then.
Portable, it is working. Who is this?
Yeah, this is Akhil. Yeah, for portable, it is working.
Okay, you are able to push to GitHub, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can select because this is test lab, right? We are not using any licensing. That is why we are facing these issues. Okay, you can work on portable also. It is fine, not an issue. Others, anyone having any issues while pushing the code into GitHub?
Same problem, sir. When I am facing the same issue.
Same problem. Okay. You can uninstall once and you can download portable installation and try it. If you are facing the same issue, so that we'll see in Linux version. Okay, I'll explain Linux version. It is very simple.
What is portable installation, sir? I didn't get that.
Yeah. So here, let us check that. Download Git for Windows. Click on this. Download Windows. Yeah, some portable version option will be there.
Yeah, that Git for Windows portable. Download.
Yeah. Portable. Yeah, this one. So 64-bit. 64-bit Git for Windows portable. You can download this. You can remove old one and you can download this and you can try. Still, if you are facing the same issue, so we can work on Linux. Linux and Windows both the same. Both are same. From Windows machine also, we can push the same steps we can use. The same way Linux also, same steps we use for pushing the code into GitHub. You can try this one today. If you're unable to push the code, unable to work on that, we'll work on it. Right?
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have some different problem. The personal access token, the machine asking personal access token.
Okay, are you using official laptop or your personal laptop?
Actually, office laptop.
Okay. So token, nothing actually. Token. Yeah. When you create GitHub account, by the time it is asking, or while pushing the code, it is asking.
While pushing the code.
Okay. Can you post the screenshot in the group today? I'll check it out after the session.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Any other issues, any other challenges while working on local Git and GitHub? Any other questions, any other challenges?
Sir, it's a chin doubt, sir. Sir, push చేసేటప్పుడు every time a new repository create చేసుకోవాలి సార్, like same repository వాడచ్చు.
No. Same repository. No need to create again and again repositories. Only one repository will create and will push the code into the same repository. But second time when you are pushing, it will not allow. So why it will not allow? I'll show you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Fine. Yeah. Today we are going to work on branching strategies. Okay. So branching strategies are very important. Git branching strategies. Fine. So basically, what is branch? What is branching strategies? We'll try to understand. So we have so many tools: Git, GitHub, Jenkins, okay, and other DevOps tools. So these tools are very popular because of parallel development. So what is parallel development? So I am working on some requirement. Okay, for example, I'm working on some requirement. I have only one master branch. I have only one master branch. So this is my master branch. I am working on this. So what is branch? I explain. Don't worry. So this is master branch. Fine. So and on this branch, development is going on, testing is going on, and also hotfix also going on. On single branch, different activities going on. Development, testing, hotfix. Okay. So all the things going on same branch. Okay. So in between, so while working on some requirement, so in middle of the activity, 50% of the development completed. So after that, I got some hotfix. Middle of the activity, I got some hotfix. So in this case, what we can do? So if you are working on waterfall methodology, so while working on the requirement, if you face any issue middle of the development, how can we achieve this? How can we complete that development activity? So in waterfall methodology, normally what will happen? First, we need to stop the development, okay, and fix the issue, then continue. So two ways to restart the act, two ways to continue the activity. So because when we face any issue while developing the code, first we need to stop the development and we need to fix that issue, then we'll continue the development activity. Or else we need to roll back the entire activity and we can fix that issue and we can continue. The two things we have. Okay. So for example, this is one bank, okay, banking domain. I give you a small example here to understand branching strategies. So this is some X bank, some HDFC bank, something. Okay. So this is a main branch. We can say this is master branch in banking terminology. So they will call it as a zonal office, is a head office. Okay. Main branch. So in this main branch, okay, so they are creating accounts, personal accounts. They are giving personal loans, consumer loans, home loans. So all these things they are working on the same branch, single branch. So on single branch, when they are working on multiple activities, so it will not move forward. Okay, so because on single branch we can't do many activities. Okay, so that is why banking people, what they are doing to increase parallel banking, they are creating branches. Okay, so for example, they created one branch here, which is branch 1. This is branch 1. So when they create branch, what will happen? Whatever latest data is available on main branch, whatever accounts, whatever customer data, whatever the things available on main branch, that will be replicated to branch 1. Okay, so on top of this latest data only, this branch 1 people will start the activities, accounts and all. On latest data only they will start working on. So once they created some accounts, once they did some changes, by end of the day what they will do, they will merge this data to main branch, because master always maintain latest data, main branch always maintain latest data. That is why once they complete all the accounts, once they complete all transactions, by end of the day they will push that changes to master branch. Master will always maintain the latest copy, right? So again, if they create one more branch, what will happen here? This is branch 2. So once they create another branch, whatever latest copy is available on master, that will be replicated to branch 2. Okay, so the same way, same latest copy will be replicated to master branch. So once they complete their latest changes on branch 2, they will merge to main branch, master branch. So this is the practice normally in banking domains. They will follow this. Okay, so daily once they start their activities, whatever latest data is available on master, that will be replicated to branch 1. Once they modify something, by end of the day they will update these accounts and all into main branch. This is the practice, normal practice in banking domain. The same way, so branching strategies, parallel development also, so we do the same activity. Okay, so I just remove this. Fine. So this is main branch, master branch. So we have one branch here. So on this, all the activities going on, but single branch development will not move forward. We can't do development faster in single branch. So that is why, so in Agile methodology, we are using parallel development. So currently Agile methodology is very popular. Every project team, they are using Agile methodology only. So waterfall methodology means when we stuck anywhere, so we need to roll back entire activity, then we need to resolve the issue and we need to move forward. But whereas Agile methodology, not like that. For example, in Agile methodology, so this is master branch. Okay, so on master branch we don't do development. Normally on master branch we don't do any development, because master will maintain all the branches. So master will maintain latest data, latest copy, whatever latest data is available, so it will maintain. That is why we don't do development. We don't do any development on master branch. So when we get any activity, when we want to perform any activity, what we will do? So we'll create one branch here, which is a development branch. So this is a development branch. On this development branch, what we will do? So we'll create one sprint one. Here I create one sprint one. Okay. So when I create branch, what will happen? So this is development branch. I created sprint one. So when we create branch, what will happen? So whatever latest data is available on master, okay, that will be replicated to development branch, sprint one branch. Fine. So that will be taken care by Git only. We no need to replicate from master branch to development branch. Okay. So whatever latest data, whatever latest files, whatever latest code is available on master branch, that will be replicated to development branch. So once we made any changes, once we complete development or once we complete changes, whatever changes we have done on sprint one, that will be replicated, that will be merged to, that we need to merge to master branch, because master will maintain latest copy. Master always maintain latest copy, right? Fine. So in this Agile methodology, while working on this activity, so on development branch, some development is going on, sprint one is going on, right? So while working on sprint one, we got some hotfix. So we got some bug. Okay. So by the time what we will do, so we'll create one more branch here, which is hotfix branch. Okay. So in this hotfix branch, so when we create a hotfix branch, what will happen? So whatever latest copy is available on master, that will be replicated to hotfix branch. Right. So here from master branch, whatever latest copy is available, that will be replicated to hotfix branch. Here some team will work on that hotfix. They will check that issue and they will resolve the issue. Once complete this hotfix, they will merge this code to master branch. Okay. So in Agile methodology, parallel development, so development will not stop anywhere. Okay. For example, sprint one, sprint two. What it is? Sprint one. What is sprints? Sprints means it can be. It would be 1 week to 1 month, like timeline. So within the timeline, so we need to complete the development. For example, sprint is starting on Wednesday morning. Okay. By next Wednesday, we need to complete the development activity. We means developers. We don't do any development activity. So we means developers. Okay. That timeline, sprint means timeline, cutoff time. So it can be 1 week to 1 month as per the project requirement. Fine. So here, while working on sprint one, if you face any issue, so simply we can create one more branch. So in that, whatever latest data is available on master, that will be replicated to hotfix branch. Okay, here testers will fix that issue. Then they will push to master branch. They will merge to master branch. Okay. So again, while working on sprint one, so we can create one more branch. So for example, so sprint one will start by Wednesday. It will complete by next Wednesday, right? So before that, we can create one more branch, which is feature release branch. And we can start sprint two also parallelly. So we can start this we can create this other branch, and we can start sprint 2 also here. Sprint 2. So once we create branch, again, the latest copy will be replicate to feature release branch. So on sprint 2, once complete the development, then they will merge to master branch. So this is a regular practice, okay, in development teams, in development activity. So we do this, we follow this process, okay. So developers will follow this process every day. Sprint 1, sprint 2, they will talk about this sprints, okay. So for parallel development will, like when we have branches, multiple branches, so this development will move very faster, okay. It will not stop anywhere. So whereas waterfall methodology, it will not like this. It is old process, okay. So here, so when we talk about this agile methodology, so branches will be created like this, okay. So parallelly development will be happen, parallel development. Right? Any questions here, anyone? Yeah, let us go and create branches. So I create one folder here.
Hello, I'm audible.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
In our project, we need to maintain the branches. We means maintain the branches or create a new branches. How to create a branch?
Yeah, that will work on. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, we'll work on that. Okay. Now creating lab.
Sir, as we discussed in the initial days, DevOps is an alternative to Agile methodology, right? Like Agile, right?
Yeah, correct. So Agile is the latest one. Agile methodology is the latest one. So earlier we used to use waterfall methodology. So currently project teams using Agile methodology. Earlier we used to use waterfall methodology. So in case of bugs, defects in sprint 2, yeah, we can create other branch. We can create many branches. Okay. So in our project, we have created nearly 25 branches. Okay, different branches we have. Fine. So let us go and create lab. So I created one folder here, branching. Open this. Right click on this. Git bash here. Fine. So now what we need to do first command. What is the first command? When we open git bash here, git init. Right. We need to initialize local workspace. Right. Fine. Now, when I initialize this, one master branch is created here. See here, this is a master branch. This is a default branch. Okay. When we initialize the repository, so one master branch will be created. Fine. Now what I will do, on master branch, I create some file here. vi master.txt. Master.txt. Okay. Insert mode. Hi, this is master branch. Okay. Escape, save and quit. Fine. So now, when we create any file, so next, what the next step? What we will do normally?
First, you need to check the status, sir. After that, you need to add that.
Git status. Okay, so the file is showing red color means still development is going on. Now what we will do, we'll move to staging area, right? Git add space dot. So the file is moved to staging area. If you check now status, it will show you green color means development is completed. The file is in staging area. It is ready to commit, right? Now git commit -m commit message. Right. So I have committed this code, right? So on master, I created one file and I moved to staging and I committed this code, right? Now what I will do, I want to create one branch here. Okay, fine. So for which command here is git branch sprint1. So branch is created. So sprint1 branch is created. Now if you want to check branches, how many branches are available? Command here is git branch. See here, we have master branch, sprint1 branch. Now I want to switch to sprint1 branch. From master branch, I want to switch to sprint1 branch, for which command here is git checkout sprint1. Enter. Now I switch to sprint1 branch. See here. So what we discussed here. So once we create the branch, what will happen? So we have master branch. So we created one branch here, sprint1 branch. What will happen here?
Will replicate to master branch, whatever.
Exactly. Whatever latest data is available on master, that will be replicated to sprint1 branch, right? So the same way here, if you check ls, master.txt is available. I haven't created any file on sprint1 branch. So it is replicated. Now, if you open this file at master.txt, you will get this content. See here, this is master branch, right? So when we create any branch, by the time, so whatever data is available on master, that will be replicated to new branch, right? Now what I will do, I want to create one file here. On sprint1 branch, I want to create one file, vi sprint1.txt. Insert mode, this is sprint1 branch, escape, save and quit. Okay, now if you check ls here, see here, we have two files, master.txt, sprint1.txt. So when we add any changes on sprint1 branch or any other branch, so the changes should be merged to master. So whatever changes happened in other branches, that should be merged to master branch. Okay, so every developer will follow this. So normally whatever changes, code changes happened in that branches, that should be merged to master. So for which, if you want to merge this sprint1 branch to master branch, so what we will do, first we need to switch to master. So in sprint1 branch, we have two files. Now I switch to master branch, for which command here is git checkout master. Now, one second. Spell error. Git checkout master, right? So I switch to master branch. Now if you check here ls, here only, okay, something happened here. It is merged automatically. Something happened, some issue happened here. It should not merge automatically. Some issue. Okay, so it is merged automatically. Actually, so we need to merge manually. Fine, no problem. So now what I will do, so in master branch, sprint1 also available. Okay. So now what I will do while working on development activity, so we got some error. Okay. So to merge this code into master branch, command here is git merge sprint1 normally. So when we switch into master branch, by the time we use git merge and sprint1, by the time this file will be merged into master, but automatically it is merging. Some issue happened here. So we'll see. We'll create one more branch now and we'll check it out. So on master, we have two files here. ls, if you check ls, so we have two files, master.txt, sprint1.txt. Now we have some bug issue. By the time, so we can create one more branch, which is hotfix branch, git branch hotfix. So we created one more branch, which is hotfix. Now, if you want to check the branches, git branch is a command. So master branch, sprint1 branch, hotfix branch. We have three branches here, right? Now I want to switch to hotfix branch, for which command here is git checkout hotfix. Now I'm in hotfix branch. So when I switch this branch, whatever latest data is available on master, that will be replicated to hotfix branch. Now if you check here ls, the same files will be available on hotfix also. This will be taken care by git only. Git will replicate. Okay, now I want to create one more file here, which is vi hotfix.txt. Insert mode, hotfix branch, escape, save and quit. Okay, so why it is automatically replicate means, so we haven't commit this, we haven't add into staging, we haven't commit this, that is why it is automatically merged. Okay, fine. So this we can perform. So once we add file, so we need to add into staging area, git add, will be replaced by one second. ls. Okay, sprint1 not yet committed, so that is the issue. Okay. Fine. So from master branch also we need to delete this. Let us, no problem. Fine. Now git add space dot, we are adding into staging. Okay, this file is added into staging hotfix .txt. Now git commit -m commit message hotfix. Okay, we have committed this code. Whatever file we created in master hotfix branch, which is hotfix.txt, that we have added into staging area and we committed this. So here I remove this file. Okay, rm, to remove any files, rm space file name. Okay, now what we can do, these changes we can push into GitHub. These changes we can merge into GitHub. So for which, master branch. These changes we can merge into master branch, for which we need to switch to master branch here. Git checkout master. To switch any branch, we use checkout command. Git checkout master. Okay, now I am in master. Now git merge. So in master branch, if you check now ls here, Okay, so there is no other files. There is no, see here, we remove this file, right? sprint1.txt. So nothing is available. Okay, now I want to merge hotfix branch to master branch. In hotfix branch, we have two files, hotfix.txt, master.txt. On master branch, only one file is there, master.txt. Now I want to merge hotfix.txt into master branch. Git merge hotfix.txt. Something. Hotfix.txt is not there, right? Yes. So we merge hotfix branch to master branch. See here. So this code is merged to one file changed. One file changed. So this hotfix branch is merged to master branch. Now if you check ls here, see here. On master branch, we have two files after merging this code into master branch. Any questions up to here?
So once the file is merged and it is deleted in the branch, will that be deleted in master branch as well?
Yeah, it will be deleted. Correct. So we deleted one file, right? So that removed from master.
So even after merging, okay. Even after merging, it will be deleted.
Yeah. So now git branch, let us check once. Git branch. So we have three branches. Okay. On sprint one, there is no files. Okay. Only hotfix branch we have file, because on sprint one we deleted some file, right? So now what I will do, I create one more branch like sprint two, for which git branch sprint two. So sprint two is created. Okay. So now if you check git branch, we'll see four branches. Yeah. So master branch, hotfix branch, sprint one, sprint two, right? So now we have on master we have hotfix and hotfix.txt and master.txt. So now we created one more branch which is sprint two, right? So I want to switch to sprint two. Git checkout sprint two. So when we switch this branch, we'll have latest code on this, right? Now if you check ls here, see here, hotfix.txt and master.txt. So the same changes available here also. One second, please. So now we switch to, we are in sprint 2 branch, right? So in sprint 2, we have two files, because once we create the branch, so the latest data is replicate to sprint 2 branch, right? Now I want to add one more file here. I want to add one file here, vi sprint2.txt. Insert mode, sprint2, escape, save and quit. Okay, so git add space dot git commit -m commit message sprint 2. Okay, we committed this code. Now I want to merge this code into master branch, because whenever we did any latest changes, so here in master only hotfix and master.txt is available. In sprint 2 we have added this file sprint2.txt. So whenever we means developers, whenever they made any changes on branches, that should be merged to master branch, because master will always maintain latest copy, right? Now I want to merge this code to master branch, for which first we need to check out to master. Git checkout master. Now I am in master. If you check now in master branch, only 2 files available. 2 files are there. So in sprint 2 branch, we have latest data that I want to merge into master branch, for which command here is git merge sprint 2. Enter. Now this sprint 2 is merged into master. Now if you check ls here, see here we have hotfix.txt, master.txt and sprint2.txt. Whatever latest data is we created on sprint 2, that is merged to master branch. So got it right? Any questions, anyone up to here? Fine. Yeah, this is how we can create branches. We can merge this code, merge the code into master branch. Okay, so this is completely development activity, developers activity. Okay, so we need to know this process. Sometimes developers will do some mistakes. By the time we need to identify. That is why. So we need to know all this process. So merging and creating branches, everything will be taken care by developers only. But we need to aware of this process.
Once we merge the file from sprint to the master, then sprint2 file is deleted, right?
Yeah, sprint 1 file we deleted.
And just
So
right now we create a one branch sprint2, and we can add the file sprint2txt. After that we merge the sprint2txt into master branch.
Yes.
The sprint2txt file is still available in sprint2 branch, right?
Yes, it will be available. So it is merged into master, but the same file is available in sprint 2 also. Okay.
So if we delete that sprint2.txt in sprint2, it will also, it will also be deleted in master branch, right?
Yeah, once we merge into master, it should not be deleted. Okay, because we committed already. So we have committed, right? Without commit, if you merge into master, so by the time if you delete in sprint 2, it will be deleted in master also. But we already committed. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I asked previously. So so once it is merged with master's branch, if we delete that file in the branch, in the branch that was created earlier, so that can't be deleted in that will not be deleted in master branch, right?
Exactly.
So if we created sprint2.txt in the hotfix branch, so if we delete that sprint2.txt in that branch, so it will not affect that file in the master branch. So master branch still have the file.
Yeah, still have the file. Yeah, it will not be affected to master. Okay, fine. So next one is, so whenever a new developer join into the project, okay, so we have to guide them. So as a DevOps engineer, we need to give some KT to new developers, how they need to start the development. So we need to guide them. Close this and delete this folder, right? So whenever new developer join into the project, By the time, first what we will do, so we'll give GitHub repository URL to the new developer, and we need to guide them. Like first you need to download latest code from GitHub to your local. On top of that only, you need to start the development. Okay, fine. So normally when new developer join into the project, okay, once we give the information, so they need to start the development. Okay, fine. So let us create one folder here. Scenario 1. So these are we have 4 scenarios. Okay, scenario 1 we'll check today. So these are the real-time scenarios. Okay, these are the real-time scenarios. So another three scenarios we'll check tomorrow. Okay, so these are very, very important. So scenario 1, open Git bash here. Okay, so developer joined into the project. We give some KT. First you need to download latest code from GitHub to local, then you need to start the development. Okay, fine. So once we open Git bash here, so we need to initialize git init. So this is initialized as a local workspace. So then we need to establish the connection between local and remote repository, right? So let us go to GitHub here, open the GitHub. Yeah, this is our repository, GitHub repository. Here we have latest file. So normally what will happen? So on top of that latest code only, we developers should start the development. So otherwise what will happen? If you try to push this code into GitHub, it will not allow. First time it will allow. First time. So yesterday when we created one file, last Friday when we created the file, it was allowed. But now if you want to push any code into GitHub, it will not allow. Because so in our local, there is no latest code. Okay, fine. So first we'll check this. If you want to copy repository URL, so click on this. This is our repository URL. Copy this, copy it, and we need to establish the connection here from local Git to remote repository. Fine. So command here is, what is the command?
Git remote or add origin URL.
Origin and GitHub URL. Repository URL. Correct. So this is our GitHub repository URL. Enter. So the connection is established. Now we need to download latest code into local. Okay. So for which command here is git pull origin master. Enter. Now the latest code is pulled to my local. Now if I check here ls, see here git.txt. So we created this file on last Friday. So this is the file git.txt. Yeah, second program, something is there inside of this. So now if you check here using cat git.txt, see here the same code is available, right? So now on top of this, so once we pull the latest code from GitHub to local, on top of this only we need to start the development. So 1 second, someone calling, keep on calling. 1 second, please. Fine. So now what we can do here, we can create some branch and we can start the development from here. Okay. So now I want to create some branch here. Git branch. Okay. Some branch name, we can put something. Sprint 3 something. Okay, I created one branch. So once I create the branch, what will happen? So whatever data is available on master, that will be replicated to this branch, right? Now, if you check out to sprint 3, first we'll check branches, git branch. So we have 2 branches, master, sprint 3. Now I want to check out to sprint 3. Git checkout sprint 3. So if you check now ls, the latest code is available on the sprint 3, right? So now we can add some files here, okay? vi sprint3.txt, insert mode, sprint3, escape, shift colon, save and quit. So we learned already vi editor, right? The same steps we use here. Now git add space dot git commit -m commit message sprint 3, right? So now we can merge this branch into master branch. Now if you check here ls, we have 2 files on sprint 3. Now I want to merge sprint 3 to master branch, for which first we need to check out to master branch, git checkout master. Now I am in master. If you check now ls, only 1 file is there on master. Okay. Now git merge sprint 3. Now I merge to master branch. Okay, fine. Once, yeah, if you want to push this code into GitHub, okay, so from directly sprint 2 also we can push this code to GitHub, or else from master also we can push this code to GitHub. Okay, now I check out to git checkout sprint 3. So from sprint 3 also we can directly push to master branch. How can we push that? So directly branch will be pushed. Git branch, git push -u origin sprint 3. Directly sprint 3 also we can directly push to master branch. Sorry, GitHub. Git push -u origin sprint 3. Now it is pushed to GitHub. Now we can go and check here, refresh this. See here what it is. Sprint 3 branch, direct branch we push to GitHub. We have sprint 3 here. See here in sprint 3 we have 2 files, sprint3.txt and git.txt. See here 2 minutes ago. So now when we push any branch, it is asking some, it is giving some pop-up. What it is? So whatever the branch we push to GitHub, in that branch some latest changes are available. That changes, it is asking you to merge into master. Okay, so compare and pull request, click on this. So we need to compare and pull request to merge into master. Click on this, sprint 3, compare pull request, merge pull request, confirm merge. So what we did here, so whatever changes are available on sprint 3, we merge into master. See here, now we are in master branch. So 2 files are available. Earlier only 1 file it was there, right? If you switch to sprint 3, same files are there here. If you switch to master, we have same files. Okay, so in GitHub also merging should be happened. If any new file push to other branches, it will give you compare and pull request here. So pop-up will appear here that we can merge into master. Okay, so this is how we can. First, we need to download the latest code into local, and on top of that, developers should start the development and they can push into GitHub. This is the way normally. So we push the code, we pull the code into local also. Fine. So tomorrow again I'll recap this. Don't worry. So I think you have some confusion here. I understand that. So we have another 3 scenarios. So tomorrow we'll go through all the scenarios again. 4 scenarios. Those are very important. Fine. So we stop here for today. Any questions here? Anyone having any questions? Fine. So you can practice up to here. So if you face any issues, so you can take screenshot and you can post into group. So we'll see that. Okay. And also you can download portable version into your local. So Git portable version, and you can install and you can work on that. If you are facing any issues, let me know. So we'll see that. Fine. Thank you all.